so to go over some of the tools and stuff you need. Step on something. Knee pads, I definitely need them. You may or may not need them, but they're good to have. You don't want to be on your knees. But get new ones. If you got them outside ones, get new ones, because if you got tar or something on your old ones, and you go in somebody's house, put tar on their floor, it's a liability. I use these called light band. Put it on your head. You can just click the thing, and it's real bright, so it shows everywhere you're looking as you turn your head. So you turn your left, right, up, down. It gives you a wide array. As you can see, it's pretty wide. Alright, moving along. I need a light. Hold on. This is a flashlight with the magnet on the back, so you can kind of hang it on stuff. Not hang it, but stick it. Has a light this way, and then you close it. I think you see it when you're working. Then it has a light that way. I'm gonna use the light because I can't see shit. Alright, so over here we got an anemometer. That's for the dryer vent cleaning, to see the flow coming out of the vent. We use feet per minute. Anywhere between 1,000 and 1,500 is good. But you check it before you do it, and then after you should have better flow. Gloves. The gloves you need to are, and I'll give you a link to all this shit, or that anything that's on Amazon, I'll give you a link. But these are cut free, so they don't cut, because my hands got tore up from just having regular gloves. There's a lot of sharp metal pieces on the on some of the machines, like dryers and shit when you take them apart. Next, that's a mask for when we're doing the dry vent cleaning. You want to have that. You want to have a rag, especially doing water stuff, dishwashers, washers, refrigerators, anything you might need to wipe out. So you also want to have a towel or two. Towel can be for either getting water up, or like I got this towel right here, laying stuff on it. So you don't want to, somebody's got that marble floor, that nice wood floor. You don't want to put none of your tools down on that shit. Everything mostly is about liability, and it shows the customer that you care about their shit. Next, this is a little metal thing you get from Harbor Freight. I put all the common bits and shit that I use, I have in there. Like we got the set, but you don't go in the set every time. You just go right into that, pick out the ones. I'll show you which ones those are too, because you use regularly. You're not gonna use all of them shits all the time. This right here is a blue book. That's where we get our pricing from. Another flashlight has a magnet on it too. Then that's especially too for LG refrigerator doors, the the swing doors to raise them and lower them. That is a magnet. This right here picks up the if we drop a screw or something, just pick it up. Wire strippers, that's another magnet, a little thinner. This is a mirror, so we can see behind stuff. See behind the washer or the refrigerator or something without pulling it out. It also has a light on it. So that works good. 12 volt 12-volt drill. I use Milwaukee, you already know. 4.0 battery on there. I also have a 6.0 battery. Good batteries. These, I like this better than the other one. Because you can, say you're screwing into plastic. You set it low, a 2 or 4. Metal, 8 or a 10. If you're doing drive-in cleaning, you can set it all the way to drill so it don't slip. A couple of toothbrushes, that helps clean out drains, helps clean out in dryers sometimes you have dust and shit that's sticky. This right here is a right angle. This you must have. This thing is saving 1,000 times. It's a right angle piece that goes to the drill. So say you have a washer dryer that you gotta get behind it and take off a screw, and you can't pull it out. You just put the bit in there, and then it just goes right angle like that. Believe me, that shit is crazy. You need that for sure. Then we just got some more and extensions and drill bits. I use this instead of bringing out my what the hell you call it? A ratchet set. I just use this one right here that fits on most things. It works for the most part. Sometimes it would be better just to have the damn setup though. Moving right along here. This right here is for when you're doing a washer and say you try to change the pump out and it's full of water in the thing, but you want to change the pump without doing all the draining. Throw that on the hose. It's just a hose clamp. Put it on like that. She's tight. Stop the water. You can change the pump. Then when you finish, put it back on. Turn a new pump on and pump the water out. This is needle nose pliers, long with the bend on them. I have the one with the straight on them too. Use those time to time. Sometimes they're good to get stuff that's stuck in something. This is my multimeter. This is a must-have. We can't diagnose all this stuff that we diagnose now is electronic. So to test things, we have to know if things have continuity or if they got the right ohms readings, stuff like that. So this is a Klein Tool CL800. I'll give you a link to that one. That's like really a good one. And it has a attachment. What the hell is that attachment? Right there. That you stick on the bottom. And then you can use it in ovens or refrigerators to check the temperature. It also has temperature on it. Low Z, which I'll teach you about. And all that good stuff. This right here is a trumpet cleaner. Use that for refrigerator drains. Throw it down in the drain, a clogged drain, and fish it through there. Clean out the drain. We also use steam gun for that. This right here is for the screws we take out when disassembling units. And we use the 12. We use the clock method. First screws we take out, we put them at 12. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way around. So say we have to take out 6 sets of screws. So it'll be the first set, second set, third set, fourth set, fifth set, sixth set. Then in reverse, you go back. When you go in to put it back together, you go in reverse. That way you don't get your screws messed up. Your screws aren't, what do you call it? You don't kick them around. Because if you put them on the ground, sometimes you get up, you kick them around. These are magnetic. You're good to go. That is a temperature gun. Infrared thermometer. We use that sometimes to check temperature, but they're not very good. They're good for just seeing like a roundabout temperature, but they're not like the gospel. The gospel is that piece I showed you on that goes to the multimeter. There, that yellow thing is a gas sniffer. We do gas dryers and sometimes gas. What do you call it? Gas dryers, gas stoves. If we take apart the gas hose, when we put it back together, we make sure we use this to sniff if there's any leak. That'll tell us if there's a leak, because you definitely don't want to leave anybody's house with the gas leaking. We try as much not to take apart gas. Those are just some pliers. This is for the hoses for this first one right here with the black handles. That's for the hoses to the washing machine. It's made special for that. Let me see. So you just put it around that and then screw it like that. They come pretty handy instead of using a lock pliers. This thing with the red handles, it helps with springs, clamps, actually. Hose clamps for drain pumps or anything in the, dishwashers or washers or anything like that. It holds those springs close. It has like when you need to open it, it has a locking mechanism on it. So once you go to open it, it clicks. So it holds it open. So say that opens the clamp, then you can just take it off and it'll stay until you release it when you put it back. They're really good. And it has this, the specialty for the ends of the clamp. One size for one. But you'll get practice on that. Moving on. Blue handles, those are no need for explain. The red handles, van pliers. These things are awesome. What they are, let's see if I can get it right there at the end. What they do is, say you have a screw that you stripped. So you have you use a screwdriver or a screw gun and you strip the screw, which happens a lot in stoves because the screws get hot, they get cold, and then they don't want to unscrew. You can take this and this will grab the end of the screw. So say that was a little head, it'll grab it and you can take it off like that. All it needs is a very little thing to grab onto, and it works amazing. Van pliers, they're called. Van pliers from Vampire Tools. I'll get that link. Those are self-explanatory. These we use to open up some dryers and stuff. They have these metal tabs that you have to slide this in and push it to open them, to pop them open. This is a slim ratchet. This is take measurements. What we have here, stubby screwdriver, ratcheting. Gotta have these. Those, what I'm saying, those small spaces where you really can't move your hand much. Just get that in there and ratchet it out. Knife. This takes off this one has 1/4 inch. What's that? 3/8 and 3/8, 7/16, 1/2 inch, and 5/16. So that's pretty good. It is a ratchet. That works well. Needle nose pliers. And then got on here a marker. Sometimes we use the marker to mark the when you pull the drum out of the dryers to mark the front with the F. Adjustable wrench, a few crescent wrenches, another stubby here. You know, that has all the types of things in their sockets inside. This is another stubby for the 3/8 and quarter-inch. Another knife. This is a small screwdriver. You use this a lot in stoves when taking off the igniter. This is some bits for that. This is a jumper wire. Sometimes when we, so you have like wires, you have to jump, or ice maker, you have to jump the two pins sometimes to make the continuity. You just stick this in there, so those two are touching, so the computer thinks that the machine's hooked up. So we can test some components sometimes. Then we have all Husky makes a good, I got at Home Depot, they make a good set. So you want, and they're all marked on the top. Quarter-inch, P2, so you got the long quarter-inch, short quarter-inch, Phillips 2, short, Phillips 2, long, T20, what's good. Then we have a 7-in-1 screwdriver. Those comes in handy a lot too. You can't have too many screwdrivers. Then we got the 1/8-inch. Then you got another T15, I think that is. Yeah, T15. Then a small 8-inch. This is another quarter-inch and 3/8, I think. That one you can just switch. You pull it out and switch it. And that's just another small screwdriver. I think that's about it. And then we just have some accessories. You know, black tape, some these things we used to connect some wires. I just used those on the dishwasher. The mice ate the wires, very small wires, so those will connect small wires. These things right here, shark bites. If you have a break, these things are awesome. If you sometimes say you're screwing, opening a faucet or something and it breaks, you can throw these shark bites and they just stop the leak. Like you just shove them on the pipe and they just stop the leak. So those are 1/2-inch shark bites. Other size as well. And these are just accessories to the multimeter, different leads, stuff like that, wires, zip ties. That's the reader for credit card. That fork is from Miele dishwashers to get the propeller going. Just a little bit of specialty. Those are just wires and stuff, miscellaneous. Band-aids, won't have those because you cut your hand, you don't bleed. What I do is put the Band-aid on and put a rubber glove on so I don't bleed over people's houses. These are a few fuses for the dryers. And that's about it. This bag, this is the best bag. I had the backpack, but it's too heavy. So this bag, a bag like this, will hold everything you need. I had like 40 pounds when I was first started, but this is a HP bag. I did have to change this is a good bag. Only thing I did have to change the strap broke on me. It was a little lightweight, so I ordered this new strap, which is old now, but it still holds up. The other one, as soon as I picked it up, everything just dropped. USA. I think it's Klein. Yeah, made by Klein Tools. May not need that, but better safe than sorry. So that's basically it. And like I said, I'll have the links to everything, mostly everything you see here. Some stuff you can get from Home Depot.